Good evening, everybody. I am Daxon Islander, and this video is going to be addressing a lot of the arguments that I hear against, well, my candidate, Ron Paul. So, here we go. He wouldn't support Israel. He hates Israelis. He wants them to be self-sustaining. How can they do that if the U.S. keeps them under our watch? The United States and Israel have a very interesting relationship. Some say that Israel controls the United States, others say the contrary. But one of the primary things about being a Zionist is wanting Israel to be self-sustaining, which Ron Paul does. He wouldn't let them he would let Israel be killed by Iran. His foreign policy is absolute insanity. To which I reply, he doesn't want to attack on the bounds of preemptive warfare. As far as Israel's military capabilities go, they have received over 500 bunker buster bombs from us and have enough nuclear capabilities to wipe out the Middle East, as opposed to most Middle Eastern countries who can hardly scrape enough to even test a nuclear missile. I think Israel will be fine. The definition of insanity is to repeat the same experiment over and over, expecting a different result. And who do Americans keep electing into office? The same two parties who put America in the shape it's in currently. Expecting them to fix it, no less. I don't think Americans have much of a right to go on about how Ron Paul is insane when we look to the very people who cause our problems to fix them. He wouldn't call for war until the enemy planes were in the sky, coming right at us. So why can't we have an adequate defense? We can do no research on our attacker to see the attack coming and react accordingly? Ron Paul has stated he doesn't want preemptive warfare, which to our government means if we think they're going to attack us, they're our enemy, and we should bomb their country, damn it! Even if their potential weapon capabilities are used in civilian research to help make their country better. I don't think invading another country because they could attack us will help us make many friends. Does it stand to reason to say that attacking a country for no reason might make the country harbor feelings of hate towards the U.S.? Might it also make sympathizers and country leaders, nation leaders, take action against us for fear of them being our next target? They won't challenge us. We have the best military in the world. You lose. Through that very statement, not only do you scoff at the fact even one American soldier may die, but you acknowledge that you don't care how many other people die of other countries fighting us out of fear of us. We become the terrorists at that point. Ron Paul wrote those racist newsletters. He's a racist. Ron Paul has stated on multiple occasions, go watch CNN, he has not read the newsletters. He did not read the newsletters, and he currently denounces them. You think he can keep track of every little thing that happens in his name? His name was on it? Well, I just typed Ron Paul's name on Facebook comment. Does that mean he endorses my comment? Ron Paul was working as a doctor at the time, so it's no surprise he wasn't checking out every little news article that came out around the nation. He wants to get rid of the Department of Education. He wants our kids to be dumb. Yes, because the education system is so great. What are we now, 23rd in the world? Our education system is a joke at best. We are teaching our kids to run away from their problems and tell teachers. During bullying. Yeah, that's a great lesson to teach. Giving our children trophies even when they lose. How are children supposed to deal with failure when it happens in real life when they're rewarded for it as children? There's no trophy for being fired and losing your house. Well, unless you're Bank of America giving $6 billion or $60 billion in debt forgiveness. Children are leaving schools ill-prepared for the outside world. Occupy Wall Street is a prime example of this. They do hold points that the jobs are subpar and college didn't help them to the point they thought it would. But many jobs are available that they simply think are too beneath them. Are the jobs good? No. Are the jobs good enough for them to make it on their own? No. But they can be working and helping those who are supporting them instead of protesting. Sorry. That's one of my opinions. That's pretty much my opinion on Occupy Wall Street now. He wants to get rid of Social Security. We under 30 will never see a dime of that money. Social Security will be dried up in 20 to 30 years. Probably sooner, considering that baby boomers are about to all start collecting en masse. Same with Medicaid. Or Medicare. One of those two. He wants to get rid of affirmative action, thus proving he's a racist. Affirmative action in and of itself is racist. It forces people to hire minorities, thus giving them preferential treatment over those more qualified to do the job, all because of the color of their skin or origin of their country. Does that not sound racist to you? But if he did that, there would be racist companies all over the place, though. Not true. I would be willing to bet that our society has evolved to the point where we do not view racism as something to be tolerated. If you knew that a restaurant owner was racist and would only hire his own ethnicity to work there, would you eat there? And how long would it take for word to get around to people that the owner was a racist? Would they eat there? It would take a toll on the business and the restaurant. It would take its toll on the business, and the restaurant would go out of business due to lack of patronage. And as far as people being allowed to eat at the restaurant, would certain ethnicities be turned away? Probably. And that is turning money away. And that, too, will lead to people knowing that the owners of the owner's racism and keep them from eating there, and consequently, not giving the restaurant money. Not that any self-respecting capitalist would turn someone away because of their color, even for the most racist people. Your money's as green as anyone else's. The free market has its own way of dealing with racism and bad business. The government need not be involved. Don't get me wrong, I don't like racism, and I will preach love and tolerance over racism any day of the week. But I find the likelihood of eliminating racism in general 99% impossible during my lifetime. Probably during the rest of the time. Mainly because that requires being the thought police, and I have no interest in telling people what to think. So, as long as you're not doing anything to anyone else as far as your racism is concerned, fine. So be it. Be racist. Just keep it to yourself. You want to hang a swastika flag over your mantle? Fine. You know what? Have a field day with it. Just don't push it in some person's face that you're a racist, and don't go beating people because they're not the race you think they should be. But if you want to sit there and sit in your house all cynical and angry and pissed off all the time and complain about other races, you know what? That's your right as a human being. Have fun with it. I really don't care. All in all, these are the arguments I hear against Ron Paul on a daily basis. And as I've just mentioned here, those are my arguments to counter it. I am Daxon Islander. I'll probably be making another video. To everyone watching this, if you've heard any other arguments against Ron Paul, go ahead and leave them in the comments. I'll see if I can get to them. And have a nice day.